personal foul.
That was absolutely ridiculous!
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Beantown.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to episode 5. We've hit episode 5 of the Beantown Takes podcast here. My name is Jesse Almeida, and I'm a Boston sports fanatic. I'm here with Mike.
What's going on, guys?
And this week, man, I can't wait to rip on these guys right here. Do you want me to take the first
opening take is all you, my man.
Okay, I have a guy that I hate for the first time in a long time.
I think we all have the same guy.
Yeah, I think we do too.
Yeah.
So you guys saw the video of the Red Sox game that we attended. Well, he wasn't there, but I attended last Sunday on Easter Sunday. Garrett Richards absolutely crapped himself on Sunday. I don't think I've ever seen a worse performance than that in my entire life. No joke about it. And this guy is so ahead of himself that after his runners came in the third inning, after he got pulled out, and his runners that he was responsible for in the third inning scored, what does he do? He walks down to the clubhouse. Like, really? You're not going to sit there and support your relief pitcher? And Josh Taylor, he sucks and blows too. Like, I get it. I'd have no faith in him either. But, my God, show some leadership in yourself. You're in your 30s. You're not a rookie. You're not new to this league. Like, you think you're like this. You think you're like David Price, I feel like. I mean, I feel like that would be a good comparison, but you suck.
I think it has something to do with he's never been in a true baseball market before.
Don't give a damn.
He's been.
I don't care.
I think he was with San Diego, and then he was with the Angels, and then he came to you, right? So San Diego, they don't really care about sports. I mean, they sucked for a while, except for these past couple years. But before that, they sucked. He went to the Angels. It's LA, and they're the second worst team in LA because everybody loves the Dodgers, and anybody who follows the Angels, besides Mike Trout, probably knows nobody on that roster. So they don't give a damn if you suck. And then he comes to Boston. Hello, one of the best sports towns in the world.
Is the best sports town in the world.
It is, absolutely. And you can't do that. You just can't come in here and give half-ass performances and then post-game be like, oh yeah, think I was doing really good, had some great stuff. Like, no, your stuff sucked, my man.
To Baltimore.
You got your doors blown off, teeth kicked in, and my God, you are softer than downy sheets after hitting the showers after your runners came in.
And you know what the worst thing was? You kind of hit on it. The post-game conference that he had, he said, I feel like every ball that was hit was not hit to a person with a glove. Like, you're blaming your teammates for your defensive position. You're not even taking the blame for yourself, saying, yep, my stuff wasn't on today or whatever. I got hammered and nothing. No! And then you say also that the shift beat you a couple times. Like, you're not even putting the responsibility on yourself. You know what the real thing is about you, Garrett Richards? You suck. That's the reality of it. Oh my God, and you know what? I got more to say on this team going into the Red Sox take, and that's going to be right away too, because we're going to be getting on them first.
Yep, they're the first one, like always, guys. We always hit the same order. I think my opening take is going to be, I said this last time, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to ride with the Bruins. I'm riding out with the rookies. Give me the rookie goaltenders. Give me Vladar. Give me Jeremy Swayman. Let me ride out with them and see what I got, because right now, like I said last time, Rask and Halak, your contract is up with them, and you can take that money and go get real defensemen or another scoring, forward. That's what I would do. Swayman played out of his mind against the Flyers.
We don't have a picture of Swayman on here, but I think Swayman's gonna end the game with about 40 saves tonight. out of 43 shots.
He had 41 last I saw.
He saved 24 out of 26 in the second period. Like, and they were and they only got 2 goals in the second period. You're lucky you only gave up 2 goals in that second period.
And I'm gonna be honest, one of them was because I didn't see the first one, but the second one, the one that tied it up, it was because your defense just couldn't clear. Your defense sucks. Your defense just
there's no McAvoy tonight, so I mean
yeah, without McAvoy there, that was tough. But my God, I mean, McAvoy's only one player. He can't be on the ice all 60 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
You need to do something. That's why I'm saying get rid of Rask. And I'm sorry, but you should have brought in Pietrangelo or kept Krug, kept somebody. Because right now, I take old ass Chara right now.
Yeah,
I would
especially
take
the season he's having this year too. What's he plus 12, something like that? You don't have to look it up right now because we'll get into that. But the defense sucks. It sucks.
Yep.
And honestly, you got a big 2 points tonight, and you got a huge 2 points Saturday against Pittsburgh, and then. Oh my God! I see this picture. I'm going back to this picture, and I'm just like, wow, what a crap show that was at the end that night. Vladar just got unlucky last night, in my opinion. He just got caught in a situation where he was like, it's really 75 to 25%. He's scoring this goal here, and if I make a save, then hats off to me. Then.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Vladar is probably going to be a goaltender going forward in the next couple of years.
I like these 2 goalies, though. I really like what I saw from Swayman tonight. I was shocked. I'm not going to lie to you.
I told you, put him against some better competition and see what happens. Ride it out. You could go in next year with a lot of money off the books if you just go with the 2 rookies. Go with some cheap goaltenders to start. I mean, you either, you might get lucky and hit on some some goaltenders that are cheap, like Hart when he was a rookie a couple years ago.
Yep.
Bennington, who won the Stanley Cup as a rookie.
Yep.
You can make a run with a rookie or a cheap goaltender. You just have to put the team around them.
That's right.
You got to just build a team that around them. So I would take that money, pay more people to come in and see what you can do. That's my opening take on that one. Let the rookies ride it out.
And it looks like you're having a great take with that one right there. So far, so good.
I'm loving it. The rise of Darth Vladar.
Yes, Darth Vladar, and we're going to have to find a nickname for Swayman.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely give us some suggestions.
Yeah, leave it in the comments down below. Let us know.
But we start off, maybe I'm about to throw up by saying the dump socks, the dumpster socks or whatever, but...
The Boston Yellow Sox?
Yeah, I don't even go there because that's a topic too.
Ladies and gentlemen, the battery for Boston.
Baltimore. Really? Really? You lose 3 straight games to Baltimore? You called it.
I did.
You called it. I'm shocked.
I
did not see that happening. Not one bit. When I heard Evaldi pitching, I was like, all right, maybe you lose that game because he hasn't had a hot spring. But then I saw that Houck was pitching, and I was like, okay, you might win that game. But I thought at least that Sunday game with Garrett Richards, you would win that game. Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I absolutely crapped the bed on that one.
Oh my... I was expecting to come in here and have you laughing and having everybody laughing at me for going, oh, you were saying you were going to get swept or go 1 for 2. Now I'm like the goddamn king right now. Jesus, give me some more. Let me give you some more takes. Let me go play the lottery or something.
Yeah, right.
I can see the future or something.
Well, I can't play. I know one thing for sure. I definitely can't play craps with you because you're gonna put 100 on the field bet and then you're gonna lose that bet.
Get out of here.
So other than that, I can't bet with you on that one, but...
I'm not betting on Evaldi, I'm telling you that for sure.
You know what, though? He pitched phenomenal on Friday. Because you got postponed Thursday when, in my opinion, you really shouldn't have been postponed that Thursday. That was... it was raining in the morning, I know that, but by 12 o'clock or 11:30 hit, it wasn't raining at all. And then by 2 o'clock, the sun came out, so... I could kind of see you getting screwed up, but he didn't get screwed up at all. He pitched phenomenal.
Yeah, I think he just had more to, like that postponement was more of, they had the build-in day off, so might as well just take it and use it and not risk, anybody tearing or twisting an ankle. So, twisting an ankle or anything like that. But, like you said, Eovaldi, 5 1/3, only gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 Ks. So, you know what? His whip right there is only a 5. I mean, it's a 1. It's 5 for 5. Like, that's a 1 right there for his whip. Like, you can't ask for a better, 4 Ks. Like, be better if he could get more. But
for a starting pitcher, he did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, if a starting pitcher can only gives up 1 or 2 runs, you should be in that game till the very end. But it seems like they were lifeless.
Right. That hitting was horrendous.
Their hitting has been horrendous all season so far.
Right, absolutely.
Oh my! Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know that you're a big Xander Bogaerts fan, but I'm sorry. But besides that one game he had,
tonight he did okay, I think.
Yeah, he did okay, but I'm just saying he's got to. Everybody's got to pick this up.
And he looked disgusting at the plate on Sunday when I was
all right. So
there.
I have opening day. That Friday game.
Okie dokie.
You got 2 hits, Kike Hernandez and JD Martinez. Everybody else, Hunter Renfroe, 3 Ks. Xander Bogaerts, 1 K. Kike and JD Martinez also 1 K. Bobby Dahlbeck, 2 Ks. And now he's riding Pine tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that you have Glasnow is a dominant pitcher, probably one of the best pitchers in the league right now, especially being so young.
Yep.
You don't want your rookie, lose confidence in himself and, bring him in tomorrow. It's a early day tomorrow. It's some lefty, so, he has a better chance on that, but
You know what? I wasn't really even mad about the first two games. I mean, even Houck pitched great in my eyes. He pitched great in his first game this year. And guess what they're going to be doing after the end of this week? They're sending him down. They're sending him down. He should be in the rotation over this freaking mummalung right here. This guy should be sent down to Double-A in my eyes.
No, because Double-A is where you get really good prospects. If you really want to send him down to High A.
Oh my
send down
God.
To the low A.
This game right here pissed me off. And you know what? Like 3 runs. I mean, I forget what the final score was because it was a blowout by Baltimore. But my God, really? Yeah, I expected more from you. I wanted you to be good. You have a story. Like, you got hurt in 2014. You were a decent pitcher back in the day. But now you suck. You suck, you blow, you suck, and you blow even more.
Yeah, let's see. So, Richards, his stat line. 2 innings, 2+ innings, as he technically did pitch in the third. 7 hits.
Don't get me started on
6
Josh
earned
Taylor.
runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks.
Josh Taylor should be the one sent down, not Houck.
I mean, they did have Houck in the bullpen tonight for the rest of this series with Tampa. They did have him in the bullpen.
But we need left-handers in the bullpen. That's what that comes down to, pretty much.
It's Chaim Bloom's got it. But Chaim Bloom shouldn't. I mean, I understand he's a GM. He makes these decisions on who stays up, who stays down. But at the end of the day, it should really be Cora's.
It should be.
And I'm sorry, I know Cora bought into the whole analytics stuff, and that's why they love him and brought him in. And after they let him go for the year, they brought him back. But he should have final say on what he's like on his staff and who he has on him. Because I'm sorry, I think he understands that Richards and Taylor blow.
Terrible. Garrett, besides Taylor in that bullpen, your bullpen's been pretty good. For the most part, it's been all right.
Yeah. I mean, I would say. Hernandez.
Besides Hernandez too.
Hernandez and Ottavino, but I mean, Garrett Richards with a 27 ERA being followed up by Josh Taylor, with a 45 ERA.
And this guy is already hated in Boston. If I can insert the clip to Felger and Maz, I'm going to do it right here.
Someone that I hate.
I know where you're going, too. Go.
It took 3 games and 1 day and, watching for 10 minutes for me to say we have already. We have our new John Lackey, Adrian Gonzalez, JD Martinez, Josh Beckett, you name it, that hateable Red Sox douchebag. He's already here in front of my face. And I give you Garrett Richards. I already have a guy. I can't stand this guy.
Yeah, you're not alone for lots of reasons.
This feels like another stuck-up, selfish, clueless baseball player.
Yeah, and on top of it all, he blows. It'd be one thing if you were good. I can tolerate some of the attitude or the complete delusion if you're good. He came out yesterday. He sucked out of the gate. He was absolutely atrocious. Pitched like he was blindfolded, for crying out loud. Had no idea where anything was going. All over the place. Got behind in the count. When he did throw it over the plate, he gave up hits and runs. And then somehow, I wonder if he was playing the same game I watched. Did you I know you heard some of his comments.
So, absolutely. But
Can I just say quickly on him, too? So I read Julian McWilliams' recap of the game in the Globe. I knew, he was kind of a hack guy, but whatever. They love the spin rate and all that kind of stuff. But this, I had to read it 3 times because I couldn't believe it was real. Dating back to last year, 3 of Richard's last 6 starts have been 2 innings or fewer. Why do you sign someone like this?
Good question. Spin rate. And boy, does it spin. It's like a Frisbee. It doesn't really move.
No, but it spins like a mother.
It spins like a yo-yo or a Frisbee on the same plane.
It's like a top.
So I don't know what you get out of it if it's just still a straight ball, but it's spinning.
It looks neat.
And it just spins right up over the middle of the plate. The guy gave up 7 hits and wasn't close. And he comes out after the game, to your point, Maz, and says, I was throwing a lot of strikes. It kind of just seemed like every ball that was put in play, it just kind of fell.
Like that double, like a rip down the left field line.
I got beat on the shift a couple of times today, blaming the shift or the defensive alignment. Walked a couple of guys later in the count, meaning he battled. But other than that, delivery felt good. Physically, I felt good. Just trying to fill up the zone. And unfortunately, every ball put in play wasn't around someone who had a glove on. Hate when that happens. We've already got the guy. How did McCarthy describe him over the weekend?
$10 million for Garrett Richards. That bum, shave your mustache, dude. It sucks. You suck too. 617-779-0985.
That is the number. And he's got the stupid mustache. Okay, Maz, you tell me something. This is what I noticed watching it. Okay? He gets bounced in the 3rd inning, and he's got a couple runners on. And he sat in the dugout and watched until his runners came in. So it was it Taylor next?
Yes, Josh Taylor. Yep.
So Taylor came in next. He got 2 outs, I think. And he almost got out of the inning, and then he gave up a hit, and Richards, the runners that Richards was responsible for came in. And that's when he immediately went down to the tunnel. Then he went down to the tunnel. Is that standard?
No, it's not standard. I mean, look, some guys go to the shower right away. Some guys don't even hang around for it. Some guys will stay through it. It varies. But
you see what I'm saying?
Yes, it's about him.
This a-hole only cared about his runners.
That's right. Exactly right.
As soon as my runners are in, 6 earned, I'm out. See ya.
Yep.
Turn my back to you. And so I know you talked about the body language. He had some body language when one of those balls got through the shift. When Cora came to get him, he was sort of looking into center field. Like, I was saying to myself, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Are you pissed for some reason? Then he gets in the dugout and watches the game while his runners are on. And then as soon as his runners came in, threw his shoulders down and went into the clubhouse. And I immediately said, ooh, I have a guy. Like, all of a sudden, I have a guy. I wanted to like this team. I remember talking last week. Is Marwin Gonzalez someone I could like? Is Verdugo someone I could like? Or there's someone here, someone I could like. And immediately I watched for 5 minutes and there's someone I could hate. I already hate this guy. I can feel it. I can feel what he was doing there. He was blaming the defense for some of the balls that fell. He went to the dugout. He wasn't totally happy that he was being taken out. And then as soon as his runners came in, he went into the clubhouse. Like, we got one. We got one. Then after the game, he says, I was just trying to fill up the zone. Unfortunately, every ball put in play wasn't around someone who had a glove on. And then he got all snide later in this postcard. We'll play the sound later on. Obviously disappointing that I didn't come out here and throw a complete game shutout the first time out. But I got 32 more starts, Richard said. No one's asking for a complete game shutout.
I think this guy's a loser.
I think he's a tool bag.
He was rude to Rochi post-game. Who is rude to Rochi? What are we doing?
I'm telling you, and when I say loser, I think he's a guy who loses. That's what I think. I'm not making any commentary on him as a human being. I think he's a loser. The guy doesn't know how to win.
This show was going to try to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I was really willing to.
Me too. And they have already in 3 games forced us to hate them again.
I still am. I'm not killing this season, but I got one sniff of Garrett Richards. This is the next guy.
I'll tell you what.
This is the next John Lackey, Josh Beckett, Adrian Gonzalez. This is the guy you watch. This is the guy.
I wouldn't give him the ball the next time. They will. But I wouldn't give him the ball the next time. He had a crap spring at the beginning, too. He got better at the end. I'm sure they're going to try to feed the same kind of crap now. We're going to give him time. But I'd pull the plug on him right now.
Oh, the Red Sox.
But, man, holy crap. And to not take responsibility for when you suck is another thing. You threw your teammates under the bus. If you said that game, I felt good, but you know what? Never mind. Because that would have been throwing your teammates under the bus too. You just should have simply said, "I sucked."
You shouldn't. I would be okay with he just said, I threw the ball and they just hit the ball. And there's, it's not throwing your teammates under the bus. You just say they hit the ball. They just hit they put the ball in play. That's it. You put the ball in play, and that's what happens. As a coach, you always just want to tell your team, just put the ball in play and see what happens. And that's what they kept doing against Garrett Richards. They just put the ball in play, and my God, that man was just beat and beat and beat. It seems like it's a different story if you're saying you're hitting your spots, and your spots are the corners, and you're painting the corners, and you're getting strikeouts.
Right.
He's throwing meatballs down the middle of the plate.
Right.
Like most college kids, most varsity high schoolers can hit that kind of pitch down the middle.
Right.
Oh my God, this man. Oh.
And then this weekend, don't even get me started with the offense and the defense either. First, I'm going to start with the offense. JD Martinez, he is on a mission this year. That's the first thing. I'm not going to bash JD Martinez. JD Martinez is on a mission this year, and you could see that right off the gate. He's leading all categories in hitting right now for your team. And honestly, if you are a top-tier DH, that's what you should be. You should be aiming to be the best hitter on your team right now. Bogarts so far has been Last night was a sign of maybe that he's starting to get in his groove. But other than JD and Xander, who has really stepped up to the plate? Dahlbeck has struck out a lot.
I'm going Vasquez.
I
think Vasquez right now is your second best hitter on the team. And I know I'm looking at his average right now, but I know, and it maybe helps because he's a catcher, because you know what the zone is. But it seems like he's taking longer at bats. It's not like just a one swing and he's getting he's putting the one swing he's popping out or grounding out, or he's getting a hit. He's making longer at bats. He's taking pitches. He's Vasquez to me. Vasquez and JD Martinez have been a pretty good consistent 1-2 for you right now.
Xander's looks like he's getting out of a groove. I mean, it would have helped this weekend if he had a couple of those hits. But I mean, I don't know where any of these people are. Rafi don't get me started with this guy. Okay. Oh my God, what the hell was that on Saturday afternoon? He made a nice play. Actually, I can't even call it a nice play because he took the ball away from Bogarts. That was Bogarts' ball all the way. I couldn't. This is actually this picture right here was actually the stop that he made on that play. But he made a nice dive and stop, even though it shouldn't have been his ball, right? What does he do? He throws a little blooper over Marwin Gonzalez into the outfield, scoring with two runners scoring in that same inning because of that. My God, it seems like his defense is getting worse every single year. And now his hitting has been taking a toll too this year.
I mean, honestly, I think what they really should have done is kept Dahlbeck because Dahlbeck was originally a third baseman.
And moved Devers to first base.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because Devers has always been a liability at third with his arm. With it, originally he was throwing it like to first, way over the head or in like 5 feet into the ground before him. He was like the Cam Newton over at third base. And now, I mean, you had Dahlbeck coming up. You could have just had him. You could have had him over there and moved Devers over. And plus, it probably would take a lot off of Devers' like mentally off his plate and help him hit because going from third with that's a lot of stress versus first base, which I'm sorry, to me first base is a very easy position. I don't understand why people have such a tough time.
You know who you could have had at third base too? I don't know. Michael Chavis, maybe. I mean,
you could have Michael Chavis playing anywhere, and he probably would have been better.
You could have used him against that left-handed pitcher on Sunday, but no, you had to play Christian Arroyo right now. And how is he doing? 333 in what? 3 at bats? I mean, he doesn't hit for power that much.
3 at bats with 1 hit,
and it was a base hit. Oh my God! I don't know where the decisions are being made in this clubhouse. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of going off the road here a little bit. Well, not really, because this was news today. But who's making the decisions in the editing clubhouse for these uniforms? Like, don't get me wrong. I understand what they're trying to do with these jerseys. I do. And I like the idea of these jerseys, but this ain't it, Chief.
It's like, if you ask me, whoever made this, I said this to you earlier, is the Heim Bloom of making jerseys. And this is what I mean by that, right? Because I didn't really clarify that with you, what I really meant with that. What I mean is you take an idea that seems really good on paper, like trying to memorize, or trying to give honor to the Boston Marathon, right? On Marathon Monday and all that stuff. And, in 2013, right? Like, I understand what you're doing there, but it looks good on paper.
Right.
But these uniforms are ass. Just like how Heim Bloom's team on paper looks really good, but when you put it in the field is ass.
So, I'm going to say this. So, I heard today that the old Boston Strong uniforms are going to be worn on that Monday. The ones that we all love. Those are going to be worn on Marathon Monday, and these are going to be worn on Saturday and Sunday.
I want the Marathon Monday ones to be the permanent home jerseys. Get rid of the Red Sox and just do Boston.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that. It will look so much cleaner. And
that one looks. I love that one. Even if that's an alternate jersey that they wear on Friday nights or whatever, I love that jersey.
Like, you don't have to do the Boston Strong patch. Like, I'd like it, but if you just did Boston in the front instead of Red Sox, it would just be just as good.
Imagine that jersey with pinstripes.
Oh, I would love it.
That would be amazing. But for this jersey, right, the one we're looking at right here, they needed a different font, and we don't have a picture of it. But the font for the numbers on the back too, and then the font on the front. If it was exactly like the Marathon Monday font, and then add a little bit more blue on the jersey, like the stripes coming down by the buttons. Then maybe I like it more, but that font right there with the Boston, that's just not it, Chief.
It looks like, honestly, they just copy and pasted the UCLA men's baseball jerseys.
And I like the hat. The hat's the best part from that uniform.
Oh my God. Like, top to bottom, it looks like UCLA colors. Like, my God.
Demonetized.
Like if the Vegas Golden Knights were getting copyright infringement by the West Point Golden Knights, I'm surprised UCLA Bruins are just going, wait a minute, that looks like our uniforms. You can't do that.
And I like the fact that they brought that old cap back or whatever, because the UCLA Bruins don't do that anymore for their caps.
Yeah,
that's UCLA's old hat that they have now. I mean, I kind of like that. The hat's the best part of that jersey.
I mean, But that jersey going for $450.
A blank jersey for $435 if you guys want to cop it. Go for it. I'm not buying that.
If you get that, you're the new Pink Hatter. You're the new Pink Hat fan. I'm gonna get a yellow jersey fan. Like, if you get that, I'm sorry. I'm dumping a beer on you. Get that out of my face, please.
Yep, I'm out, Chief.
Yes, sir. I mean, you got anything else in the Sox?
I think I hit on everything for the most part.
I think the only thing else I'm going to say is this next stretch of I'm going to give them 7 more games.
Yep, I agree with you.
And if they don't turn around in 7 more games, I'm already done with this team.
I agree with you. Fact. I'm not sitting here saying the season's over already or whatever. I'm not here to say that. But they have to be better than what they were last weekend. You gotta win. You gotta win against Tampa Bay last night. Well, Monday night, which is great. That was great. That was a good win. You needed that blowout after you getting spanked by Baltimore, but you need to be better than what you were last night. And if you can't pull it around in the next couple of weeks, in my opinion, you're done.
Yep.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it on the Sox. That's all I got. I think you should roll over to
the Bruins.
Okay, I want to make sure it was the Bruins this time. I didn't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, I know. That was funny last weekend.
What's up, Boston Bruins? Boston Bruins!
What a fun week for the Bruins. Oh my God, I really wish that I didn't go to the Red Sox game on Sunday and went to that Bruins game on Saturday. That was a fun game to be at.
Bruins game Saturday. I mean, Celtics game Sunday instead of any of those games would have been better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry that I had to bring out that Red Sox video for you guys, but I mean,
you were promised a video. And we deliver.
But I felt like you guys deserved more. I even called him up at the Sox game, and I was like, do we really have to post this? I was like, I feel like our fans deserve better than this.
You guys do deserve better than this, but you know what? We're going to bring you the content, and it's on the Red Sox.
And we're going to and you know what? We're going to try and get you a little bit more Bruins content here on out. Maybe we'll talk off air for a Bruins ticket to split because they're high right now on price, but like we could probably find a game where we could maybe attend to or whatever. Maybe at least one more Bruins game.
I see one against the Islanders.
Okay, so we'll talk off air on that. We will talk off air, and then maybe we can get something for you guys for the Bruins, because right now the Bruins are absolutely fun to watch, and they just got unlucky in I'll say one game because they absolutely got spanked by Pittsburgh. But you know what? It's Pittsburgh. So, and it's Pittsburgh against Vladar in his third start. You know what? So, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
But then you came right back the next night.
You came right back Saturday and
kicked their teeth.
You kicked their butts. And Sidney Crosby is an absolute soft human being.
We've known that forever. Come on.
Did you see the penalty that he drew at the end of the game to get them a power play or whatever it was?
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, I felt like I was watching Marcus Smart on the ice.
Huh.
But what a good win Saturday. That was a phenomenal game.
That's just a problem about playing Sidney Crosby, is that he's going to draw those because he is a face of the NHL and will always be until the day he retires, and they're going to protect him for as long as they can, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. That's it. That's all I have. That's all you can say about that one. There's nothing you can do about it. It sucks.
Halak did not look good in that game, but maybe it was because he was starting to get some COVID symptoms, because I think it was the next day. Yeah, literally the next day, they found out that he tested positive for COVID. And honestly, I'm surprised you played these 2 games against the Flyers after that, because I felt like all the other players would have had to get tested for being around him and all that. But you've had a rough week for the most part, and especially last night too, where you had that overtime loss. Just this picture alone. Oh my God! Like Bergeron trips on himself. I felt like that penalty in the back. That was a penalty back there where Marchand gets clipped or whatever it was. But you just got unlucky. I mean, the goalie gave you a chance to win it, and that's really all you can ask for a goaltender.
Yep. I mean, especially who had that one? That was Vidar that night. Yeah, I mean, kid played it. He stood on his head and helped you out as much as he could. But I mean, at a certain point, there's nothing he can do about it more. He can't score goals.
No.
He can't do it.
He can't play the defense.
So coming up, we got trade deadline coming up.
Yep.
For the NHL.
Yep.
I have a name that I would like to see them get.
Okay.
And I'd be okay giving up a first round pick, maybe 2 firsts if you really need to get him. I'm going for a team that might be selling this year. They usually are buyers at the deadline, but they are a lot more out of it this year.
So let me ask you right now, if you're the Bruins, are you buying or are you selling?
I would buy if it is a long-term piece. I'm not going a rental. I'm not going rentals.
Right. Yep.
I don't think you're in a position to get a rental.
Yep.
But I'd be okay bringing somebody in the deadline with a team that might be losing, so that way you get another half year with this person on your team.
Yep. Okay.
One of the guys I was looking at personally, coming from Calgary.
Okay.
He went to college here. Give me Johnny Hockey. Give me Johnny Gaudreau.
Okay.
You know what? He's a scorer.
Yeah.
Give me a score. Because right now, and this game is special. No, not this game. The
game 1.
Yes, game 1 against the Penguins. You needed a score.
Yeah, you did.
And you know what? He's a winger. And you know what? If you want to put Pastrnak with Krejci, which is what Cassie's been doing.
Yep.
Put Gaudreau with line 1.
Yep.
Or you can have you could put him with Krejci and Pastrnak and have Gaudreau and Pastrnak start playing together.
Yep.
That could be your next line 1.
Yeah.
I mean, do something because, there's a bunch of teams that are out of it. The Ducks, the Kings, the Blues, Senators, Flames, Canucks even. Get somebody.
So if it was me, obviously, I agree with you. If it's a long term or like this half year and then next year even to try and sell that player to stay with the Bruins, I'm all for buying.
Yeah.
If I'm not buying, I'm staying neutral. I'm not selling on this team because this team, unlike the Celtics, has proven to me that they deserve some help at least, or trust in myself to stick with them the rest of the way.
Yeah, the only thing that I would be okay with doing for this selling wise is if you get a ridiculous offer that you just can't an offer that you can't refuse, because if someone's gonna offer you 2 first round picks for Marchand or Bergeron, and especially if they're gonna be high first round picks, I wouldn't turn that down. I love them. They're the captains. They're the soul of this team, but if you could get something back in return, go for it.
So I like the name that you brought up for what they should get at the trade deadline, but I think they should get a scorer or they need a defenseman.
Yeah, defenseman. Yeah.
That's where I think what I think they really need, and to just boost up that defense a little bit. What was I gonna say? And the goaltending situation, we do not have a picture of either one of them, but I might be starting to lean your way, saying it's okay to let Halak and Rask go. I feel like Rask is retiring. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like Rask is done. He used to the other night. Was it the other night? I don't know if it was the other night or last week, whatever it was. But he played the first period and then got off the ice, hurt again. I just feel like his time is creeping up towards him. And Halak, I don't know if I trust him in the playoffs. I just don't know if I trust him in the playoffs. So look, this is what you do then. You give the young guys some experience. I mean, you're gonna have to be patient with them for a little bit, but they're only 22, 23 years old. I'm starting to be open to that idea a little bit.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that Rask is pretending to be hurt so he doesn't get traded at the trade deadline. Which shows you just how mentally strong that guy is.
Yeah, right.
I was reading up on an article on ESPN that they had about some people the Bruins might be looking at. Taylor Hall, former first-round pick, MVP. I think he's kind of an overhyped kind of player.
I was about to say, I don't really like Taylor Hall that much. I mean, he's a cancer in the clubhouse.
Yeah, there's a lefty shot defenseman, Ekholm.
I would like Ekholm on this team.
Yeah, I think he would be very good. They're also talking about Paul Murray and
Paul Murray's good too.
Or Foligno. I would do it. I would do any of them. If you want to bring in somebody who has more than 1 year on their contract, go for it. Yep. You got the cap room.
Right.
Go.
Yeah. I mean, and this team has deserved help, and
especially your goaltender, especially your rookie goaltenders.
Yeah.
Give him another body up front to help him out. Because you're not doing them any favors by not getting anybody.
Yep. So Rangers beat the Penguins tonight, crushed them. So now you are 4 points behind Pittsburgh. You're 4 points behind Pittsburgh, and you've played 3 less games than them. Oh my God, you're right there. You're right there with all of them.
It makes that overtime loss to Philly
look pretty good.
Oh no, it looks pretty bad. You should have won that game.
Well,
you could have been even closer.
Well, I mean, you still got a point out from that. I mean, regardless, but
yeah, I mean, you played Buffalo. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You played Buffalo 6 more times,
and then you played New Jersey 2 more times, and you played New York 2 more times. I don't know. The Rangers. I mean,
I don't know how I feel about the New Jersey games because I'm sorry, New Jersey kind of owns your number this year. Yeah. I think you have like 1 win against them so far. It's not. Not pretty.
The Rangers, you might be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you might be okay with the Rangers. You should be okay with Buffalo.
Yeah, you should be able to split Pittsburgh. So you're in the. You could make the playoffs. You could get a pretty good spot. I know they're doing the round robin style tournament with the first 4 from each division getting in.
Yep.
So see what happens from there, but.
I would be okay if they don't play in that round robin. To be honest with you,
if they don't make the playoffs,
if they don't play the round,
everybody gets in the round robin.
Oh really? So
well, it's not, sorry. When I say round robin, I mean like the tournament style bracket. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
So like last year, it was 1 through 4 got a bye pretty much, and then the 5 through whatever.
I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be bracket wise, where it's like 1 through 8.
Oh right.
But I just don't know what division plays, like what 2 divisions they're gonna put together, or if it's gonna be you play the 4 teams in your division.
So that's how that's gonna work for the playoffs?
It's something like that.
I was hoping it would be like college or whatever.
Nope, it's not.
Oh my God!
So
how did you mess that one up?
It's gonna be like there's gonna be like how there's usually like an East and West division, or sorry, East and Western Conference.
Yep. But
when they do the playoffs, it's gonna be like the East Division and the Central Division, or the North Division, which is like the Canadian division.
I don't like that.
You'll be playing. It'll be 1 through 8, depending on the points through there. So you'll probably be at the bottom of that one.
I don't.
And then
like
you play
that.
like the 1 seed.
That's ridiculous.
What do you mean? That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, but seeing that everybody was mixed up this year, and there wasn't like a clear Western Conference and Eastern Conference, whatever. I really wanted to see that college.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might be the East where it's the capital. It'd be Capitals versus you, and then Islanders, Penguins, best of 7, and then whoever wins that. And then
I was gonna say so. Like, can I see that for a second? So, who's the best team in NHL right now?
Pretty sure that would be the Panthers.
Wow.
The Panthers and the Avs are tied.
Okay, so let's say the more realistic one would be Colorado being the best NHL team. So I would hope to see the best team in the NHL, which would be the number 1 seed, versus the team with the last team to make it to the playoffs, which would be
either Arizona or Montreal.
Right. That's what I wanted to see. That's the format I wanted to see this year in a series.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, one plays 16 and all that, but I mean, I think it has. I don't know what they're gonna do for the playoffs. If they're gonna do, because they might do the two sites again, like Edmonton and Toronto again.
Oh my God! If we have no fans for the playoffs again, I'm gonna.
I mean, it depends.
It
Depends because it depends on what Canada's looks like. Because if you can't get into Canada to play in the playoffs, that's why the North Division is just Canadian teams.
Huh? It might.
You have to be bubbled in Canada.
Oh Jesus!
That's what it's gonna be, unless the Canadian officials get less strict on their COVID-19 rules and allow them to travel.
Or what might happen is they might move the Canada teams down here.
No, that's not going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen?
No, it is a Canadian league. Hockey is Canadian. It's different. If it was baseball or football or basketball, yes, but I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm not trying to, I'm just saying that.
Oh, why?
It's too big. Plus, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
So go to your Bruins games now while you can.
Well, I'm pretty sure the NHL league office is in Ottawa.
It's in Toronto.
Or Toronto. So yeah, they're not gonna.
Damn.
Yeah, you're gonna ask Gary Bettman and all his underlings to come to America and live in America for 2 months. He's gonna tell you to shove it. Yeah. He's gonna tell you to shove it down your throat. He's gonna stay in his nice house in Canada.
That sucks and blows.
Yeah, so that's what I think they're gonna do is that they're gonna unless like I said unless the COVID-19 travel restrictions get lifted a lot or they get some special requests, it's gonna be another bubbles.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
and I was ready to give the Celtics a little bit credit, but seeing that they just lost to Philly, I'm not giving them any credit anymore.
Well, I've been a fan of Boston Celtics for, my whole life pretty much.
My first Celtics game was back when I was like 7.
The Boston Celtics became legendary.
Celtics, I mean, you did what you had to do against the Rockets and the Hornets, especially the Hornets with how beat up they are, but you really blew it. You really blew it for the most part. I mean, you lost to Dallas last Wednesday, but you came back with 2 solid wins against 2 teams that you should beat. I would hope you should beat. But then tonight, you had a chance to sell me again, but you didn't.
Yeah. I would say, I was talking to some people and they were saying, if, Boston, the Celtics were just 2-0 coming off of the Charlotte game. If you could go into the next 2 games against 2 playoff teams, even though one's the Knicks.
Yep.
You can go in and beat those teams, go 4-0 over that stretch.
Right.
You have some faith.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a legitimate chance.
Yep.
I'm not buying that anymore.
No, I'm not buying. I've been here saying that it's over for you guys. It's over for the Celtics. I've been saying that. I don't know if that's what it's gonna look like now. Well, maybe the Indiana's 2 games behind you, and Chicago's 3 games behind you now.
When did Atlanta leapfrog over you? Last time I saw Atlanta was 12th in the division. They were 12th in the conference. They were one of the basement teams. I expected them to sell at the trade deadline, and now they're 4th. What the hell just happened?
And oh my God, the Mavs game, Luka just handed it to you.
That kid is special.
That kid is. You could have had him, Danny. Hey, Danny, Trader Danny, you could have had him. You could have had a star on your team.
You had him linked. So the people who don't understand what we're saying by this is that he was linked when Luka was getting drafted. He was linked to trade up to the 3rd spot to pick him at number 3, and it would have costed you the Robert Williams pick, the Romeo Langford pick, the Tremont Waters pick, and I think the Carson Edwards pick. If you tell me that you're going to go to Mark Cuban or whoever's the GM down in Dallas, and you're going to give up those 4 players for Luka Doncic. I think Mark Cuban would go tell you to shove it where the sun don't shine, because Luka Doncic might be one of the best players in the NBA right now.
Absolutely.
Besides, I mean, he's at least discussing number 3 between Giannis and LeBron. Luka makes a strong case. I mean, there's always Kawhi up there, but I'm sorry. If you could have had him running year 1, Jaylen Brown is your number 2, Jason Tatum, you're number 3.
God damn!
You could be killing it right now. It doesn't matter what kind of you could have Daniel Tice back and you'd still be killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you would, and then you would have this like awful contract with Kemba Walker. Oh, disgusting! Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely blew it with that one. Absolutely blew it. And you could use him right now. You could use him right now with you sitting 8th in the conference and possibly being out of it. And the Rockets game, I mean, everyone was trying to sell me, like, oh, they're back, whatever. I'm like, you know what? That was a nice win. They finally passed the ball around a little bit. But, guys, it's the Rockets. And honestly, the first 2 quarters, you were still neck and neck with them.
You should have been pulled away out the gate. It shouldn't have even been a contest.
No, it shouldn't have.
You should have been starting your quote unquote, like I call them, the JV bench squad of all those random 2nd round picks or the late 1st round picks that were so valuable to Danny at the time. You should have been playing them from the 2nd quarter on and not needed Jason Tatum.
You only won by 16 to Houston.
Yeah, but I mean, some of that, it was like, that end of the game stuff that, you don't play any of your
So
best
realistically,
players.
you blew them out at the end, at that second half.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's the former Celtics that were really, really giving it to you that game, between Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley, giving them 25 points.
The new version of Larry Bird, Kelly Olynyk.
Oh my God. So, I mean, hey, you know what? Evan Fournier kind of went off that game, though.
Yeah, Evan Fournier.
23 points? 23 points.
And that stretch he had with, like...
On 13 shots.
How many 3-pointers in a row was it? It was like 11 threes in a row, something like that? In those two... between the Rockets and that Hornets game? Oh, my God. He was lighting it up.
Hey, I'll give it to Danny. You know what? Like I said, he scored 23 on 13 total shots.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of shots coming off the bench, but he was also hot that game.
Yeah, and then how many assists did they had 35 assists in that Rockets game, so the number was up there from the assist. Finally.
Yeah, when you see the assists going up, you're seeing them score.
Yeah.
Like, you see them score a lot.
And then
often.
the Hornets game, that was Celtics basketball that I have not seen in a long time. That was fun to watch on Sunday. Even though, yeah, the Hornets don't have Gordon Hayward. Yeah, the Hornets don't have LaMelo Ball because he's hurt right now. But that was still a good team win.
Yep. And like I said before, how I always said, like, Evan Fournier, again, this game, 17 points on 9 shots.
Yeah.
That is the perfect type of player that you need coming off the bench. You know what, Danny, that was a good deal. I hate that you gave up the Gordon Hayward trade exception, but you know what? I'll give it to you. If he can continue to play like that, coming off the bench,
and you can keep him,
yeah, if you can keep him, and he comes off the bench where he just shoots, he knows his role is not to shoot the ball consistently, but he gets a bucket when he does.
Gets quality shots off.
I'll give it to you. I'll chalk it up as a win. I'll give you back the trade or Danny status that you like to keep. But, jeez.
Then tonight, too, against the Sixers, we don't have a picture of it because we were waiting for games to end or whatever for tonight. But, yikes. If this is a sign, if you do make the playoffs, this is a sign to come here. For you guys are going to get blown out of the water. Because if you make the playoffs, you're gonna be an 8 seed, 7 seed maybe.
Folks, can we just tell you that when we talk about the assist numbers for the total team, this is like the reason why we say that is because tonight against the 76ers, there was only 19 assists.
That's not good.
That was 20 less than what you got against the Rockets.
That was what? 15 that you got less whatever against
the Hornets.
Yeah.
So you know what? Like, I'm sorry. Like, we talk about this to death, but sharing the basketball, passing around, getting people involved, best way to kill time, to help manage the clock, best way to get better possessions, and the best way for you to score. Because, I mean, those games, you're scoring 116, 118. Tonight, 96 points.
Right. Nothing.
ISO ball is not working. And I'm sorry, Brad, you need to get your team together and tell them how to play the game of basketball that's going to win games.
At this point right now, for me, Brad is on the clock too.
Yep, I'm telling you.
Brad is on the clock because Evan Fournier looks like he's panning out to be a good trade asset that you just got for your team to produce off the bench, whatever, a hole that you needed. And, I mean, he didn't play tonight, but your team is still not together.
No, not at all.
And that's your job, to get this team together and have them buy into their role. 19 assists tonight against the Sixers. And you needed to win this game. You needed to win. If you won this game, I'd be like, all right, you know what? Maybe you have a little chance at making the second round or even the Eastern Conference. Maybe. But, oh my God.
20 turnovers this game.
22.
Yeah, it says 22 up there, but ESPN has 20, so.
What is this Celtics team?
Trash. Dog water. Absolute dog water.
This is the worst team that I have seen since Paul Pierce and KG got traded. Like, the season after they got traded.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right before IT got here.
Yep. You had Chris Humphries and Gerald Wallace. Old-ass Gerald Wallace.
Didn't Chris Humphries also date Kourtney Kardashian?
Maybe.
Or Khloe Kardashian, whichever one that Tristan Thompson's with.
Get Tristan Thompson out of here. It's the Kardashian trend.
They're the Jessica Simpson, Tony Romo comparison.
Yeah, it's the kryptonite of the Celtics. It's hard to watch.
I'm at a loss for words with this team.
It's hard to watch, really.
That's depressing.
Like, I was flipping between the Red Sox and them tonight, right? And I was like, you know what? I'd rather watch the Red Sox. And that's sad for me to say right now after the weekend they just had.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know. We're at this point, we are at a loss for words for this Celtics team.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're at a loss for words.
So, I will say, going forward, like I said, I texted this to you. A big name that I hope they go get in the draft. Give me Drew Timmy if he declares, because he might return with Gonzaga.
Now that guy looks like a leader.
That Gonzaga team might all return. That, you know, I don't think it seems like a lot of them don't want to declare it. They really want a championship together.
Right.
Because that's a good team.
Right.
But Drew Timmy, sophomore, right? Only sophomore on that team.
Yep.
After that game, after that heartbreaking loss to Baylor, after going undefeated for the entire season and losing in the national championship.
Yep.
They were all still on the court, huddled up, and Drew Timmy gave the most, gave me goosebumps. Like that's a leader right there.
That's something you need.
You lost. You got your teeth kicked in. You blew it on national stage, and you know what? He said, "Guys, pull together. Like, we can do. Like, we're a great team. We're all great players. Like, we should still be proud of what we accomplished this season.
Right.
Let's come back and run it back. Like." And this dude looks like a Celtics. I'm sorry, with the handlebar mustache.
Yeah, this dude looks phenomenal.
Bill, he's exactly what you need. He's exactly what you need. Can defend 1 through 5 and do the pick and roll.
This guy with Murder Cornett and Taco Fall would be fun to watch.
Imagine them all on the court at the same time. Oh my god! But he just like he can play. So you know what? That's all I got. That's nothing else. I'm looking forward to the draft for the NBA for the Celtics.
I'm looking forward to the offseason at this point for the Celtics. Put them out of their misery at this point for me.
Yeah.
And for the Patriots, I got a couple things that I learned about them as well.
Oof, I'm excited.
Michael, watch. Are you ready for some football?
I love the Patriots.
All right, so the Patriots, I've been hearing some news on them, and it looks like that they could be in the mix of a big move coming up here, and it is, yeah, I don't believe it either, but I've been hearing that the Atlanta Falcons are open to trading the 4th overall pick of the NFL draft. So maybe there's an opening to trade up for a pick there, or
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch the fourth overall pick with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't do it. And I'm gonna give you my reason as to why. It seems like more and more the time that it's been going on, like the closer we get to the draft, the higher and higher Mac Jones has been climbing on these big boards.
Yep.
Started the college football year, even halfway through the college year, Mac Jones is projected to be like a 5th, maybe a 4th round pick at highest. This guy is being taken by some of the biggest names on the mock drafts at 3 to the Niners. 3.
Yep.
So now Justin Fields or Trey Lance might be available to you at 15.
Damn.
Like, I'm sorry. Why are you rushing to get up? What's the big issue? Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull up the draft board because I want to look at these teams, because most of these teams that are ahead of you, they're not going to need a quarterback.
I'm very surprised.
So what we got right now? We got Jacksonville, who is going to be taking Trevor Lawrence, no question.
Yep.
Jets, Zach Wilson.
Yep.
That's why they traded away Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Niners, they're going to take Mac Jones. Atlanta Falcons. All right, so that's the first team that we're talking about that might take a quarterback. But they also might take Kyle Pitts, the tight end from Florida we've been talking about. There's a couple other people that may be talking about. I haven't really heard a lot about quarterback from them, mostly because they've been trading out of it, and people have been leapfrogging to get a quarterback. Bengals, either going to take a wide receiver or they're going to take an offensive lineman. Dolphins, I don't think they're going to get a quarterback. Lions, they just got Jared Goff.
Yep.
I think they're gonna keep Jared Goff. Panthers,
they just
got Sam Darnold.
Yep.
No point. So the first team we're gonna get to is 9 at the Broncos.
Yep.
They might take a quarterback. They might not be completely sold on Drew Lock, so they might take a quarterback. So still, that leaves either Fields or Trey Lance open to you. I mean, because they take the other one. Because let's see, Giants, Dak Prescott.
No.
Giants, Daniel Jones.
Nope.
The ownership for the Eagles have been told to build around Jalen Hurts.
I was about to say, yep.
Justin Herbert.
No, so they're not getting him.
Kirk Cousins with the Vikings at 14. So at 15, you're going to either get Justin Fields or Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So one of the top guys that you wanted to trade up for is now available to you without making a move.
Right.
Why are we moving up? And that's also if that's with the Falcons not taking a quarterback. If the Falcons take a quarterback, I might be calling up the Dolphins and asking them to trade up to 6, give them 15 and another pick to move up.
Yep.
But right now, I would say put at 15.
I would say put at 15 too. I don't like the fact that they could be moving up to 4 to get a QB. If they were moving up to 4 to get Kyle Pitts, fine.
Yeah, I would take Kyle Pitts still. Even though you got Hunter Henry, I know you got Hunter Henry or Jonnu Smith.
Yep. I
know you just got those guys, but you know what? Take Kyle Pitts, move him to wide receiver.
Right.
That guy runs. I think they did a split on him between him and Calvin Johnson. He jumps higher, has longer arms, is taller, and just runs a little bit slow. I think it was 1/10 of a second slower on his 40-yard time than Megatron.
Yep.
he could develop him into a route running wideout, and he got burners. He could do it.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Bill's gonna do, but like, if you trade up for a quarterback, that would at this moment be a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I would say at 15 and hold, because like I said, you could get one of those quarterbacks that you really wanted at 15 for not moving up at all, and they're all gone. If both those quarterbacks are gone,
yep,
trade back.
Right.
I would trade back later in the first round, get another third or fourth round pick, and draft another linebacker.
And if at 15 nobody that you want is there, if they've already been picked, maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
You're worse than everybody
Well,
else.
I'm just saying, like, maybe, just maybe, because.
There's
like my
too
edit?
much money
you like
already invested in the quarterback room.
You like my edit, by the way? That I did a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty good uniform edit. How long that take you to do?
5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
but
but I'm not into Jimmy G. I'm not on the Jimmy G bandwagon. I was when he was here, and once they traded him, I got completely off of it. I'm
just saying this because that'd be a Bill Belichick type move, and and he already kind of knows your system, so I mean it does make sense for him to come back. But for the right price.
Yes.
For the right price.
There is no right price. There is none of that. If he comes back, you have to pay his full salary.
Well, maybe he's willing to restructure.
He's not going to be willing to restructure. He's 31 years old. This is the prime for a quarterback. He's not going to do that. You're going to have to pay him the money. He's not going to take a team-friendly... Like, why would he take a discount to come back? He has a no-trade clause.
Well, I mean,
if he's going to take less money...
The money's still guaranteed, but you could just split it up between years.
I mean, you could, but that's if he wants to stay here longer.
Well, obviously, I mean, or you could work it like Tom Brady, where he would be held against the cap, and you pay him after his contract's up or whatever. Isn't that how the Brady thing worked out? I forget how that worked out.
Voidable years is such a stupid thing where it's like they spread the money out over time against the cap, but that just means that you get paid all your money when they buy you, like when they buy you out after. So like if you sign him for voidable years for 2 more years after this one, right? That means that he's only $8 million this year and $8 million the next 2 years that are voidable. So once you void his contract, you have to pay him the other $16 million, but that's after the season, after the salary cap, and it doesn't go against the next year's salary cap.
Right.
It's something stupid like that I hate, and it's stupid. I hate, like, whoever came up with voidable years is just an idiot. Like, you're making things so much more complicated. Oh, God.
So it's kind of like the deferred contracts in baseball,
yes.
sort of. Okay.
Yes.
Now I understand it a little bit more. Yeah, that's kind of...
It's
okay.
the NFL version of deferred contracts.
Okay, all right. But, I mean,
you could trade for him, yes, but I'd be okay with trading back and getting another front 7 guy. Get another, whether you want to do an edge guy to go against opposite Judon, or an actual true linebacker, or if you just go get somebody that's
So you're trusting this guy right here?
No. I don't trust him. But I'm just saying that if your guy isn't there, I mean, truthfully, I would go with Teddy Bridgewater. He's obviously got to be in the market.
I was gonna say, so I was just about to ask you, so who would be your guy if it's not Cam Newton or if it's not Jimmy G? Right.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay.
I think Bridgewater, he's a tough mofo. That guy is... I mean, he had a gruesome knee injury. I don't know if you ever saw pictures of that knee injury.
No, I did not.
You don't want to see them.
Okay, I'm not going to look them up.
It was just... I mean, it didn't happen during a game, but, like, do you see the scars that he had? And, like, they talked about the possibility of him losing his leg or dying from that.
Oh, my God.
And then he's come back and he's busted his balls working. He he's relentless. He gives 100%. He's quiet. He doesn't talk to the media. He seems like a very Bill Belichick kind of guy, and he throws the ball. He whips the ball around.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. It's not like he just, is careless with the ball or he can't throw the ball.
Right.
It's just that that's not, I guess, who they want, and they just don't believe him. And I think it's because of the system they have. I don't think they have a good team down there, Carolina, personally.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So if they release him, I'd pick him up. You could sign him, or you could get him. And Carolina, I think, is a guaranteed $10 million. So you sign him to $11 million or something like that. You only have to pay him $1 million.
Yeah, right.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean,
he can pass the ball better than Cam Newton.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And like I heard Jim Murray say, ABC, anybody but Cam. Yeah. That's all I gotta say on that one is anybody but Cam.
I'm still praying the fact that my take is not right. On that, my week 1 take, I'm still praying that that's not correct. But you're saying it's looking like it's gonna be correct.
Unfortunately, my friends, it looks like it's gonna be correct.
Oh man, I'm sorry I had to sit and make that take, because if I could make the take saying Cam Newton's not gonna be your week 1 starting quarterback, and then that was to happen, I would have did it. If I was to jinx them re-signing them, I would have did it, but nope, they went and re-signed them. So
yeah, they're gonna re-sign him. He's probably gonna start week 1.
Yeah,
because for some reason Bill's got this thing on Cam Newton.
Unless we can somehow get Jimmy G, and then Jimmy G's gonna be the one that
I think he gushes more and has a bigger heart on for Cam Newton than Jimmy G.
Oh, I'll buy that. I'll buy that take. I mean, absolutely, especially how much he whizzed for Cam Newton last year when he sucked and blowed.
And I think even if you brought Jimmy G here and had them quarterback competition, I think no matter what, I think that he would make Cam Newton the starter week 1.
Oh my God! Ugh.
Like Jimmy G could throw the ball for 1,000,000 yards and 100% accuracy in camping. Cam Newton will play like last year. And he'll still give it to Cam Newton.
That's ridiculous.
But Cam's our locker room guy. Everybody loves him in the locker room.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. All right, so we end our podcast with our thoughts from all of Boston sports. I gotta add this in our podcast for this one because this is going on right now. Alex Cora, what are you doing? I thought I was done with the Red Sox tonight, ripping on them. But no! What are you doing? Houck pitched Saturday, and you have him come in the 10th inning tonight? Are you serious? What are you doing? You're it's like you want to throw this game away to them.
I mean, he did say that Houck is available to come on the bullpen.
I don't care!
He only threw 4 2/3 on Saturday.
He pitched 5 1/3.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. I'm telling you right now, he pitched 5 1/3. You can check it right now. I'm 99% sure it was this one, the 4-2 game. I'm pretty sure that he pitched 5 1/3. He pitched 5 innings. Well,
he's pitched 5 innings, but was that including tonight? That's my question.
That's not including tonight. That is not including tonight.
Well,
if you click on that, it'll tell you how many innings he pitched.
5 innings. Okay, so he pitched 5 innings.
He probably threw 100 pitches. I don't know if we can get that, but
yeah, we can.
We can get that.
He threw 85 pitches.
Okay, still, I mean,
that's not bad. That's not bad on Sunday, Monday, 3 days rest. 3 days rest.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's
in my opinion. In my opinion, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
for the beginning of the year, that's ridiculous.
I mean, I like to see.
Oh man! As we are recording this, they just tied the game. So Corey, you got lucky. You got absolutely lucky.
I just want to know who else they're pitching in this game. I say they pitched. So they had Bryce, Samara, Hernandez, Barnes, and Houck. Who would that leave in their bullpen?
Ottavino.
Yeah, Ottavino could have came out tonight. Valdez, he kind of stinks, but I mean, you had people.
And that bullpen has been pretty decent for the most part this year. I mean, it's been pretty good.
Josh Taylor.
No. No. Oh, maybe Garrett Richards. He only pitched like 60 pitches on Sunday. Maybe.
Yeah, Garrett Richards come on down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like I'm getting sick with all the coaches in Boston sports, except for Bruce Cassidy.
Shout out to Bruce Cassidy.
Yeah, Bruce Cassidy, if you're listening, you're the one I'm really liking right now. Brad, your clock's on you. Cora, God, I don't know why they brush you back. I don't care what they say. You're a big cheater, and God. And Bill. Good free agency, but let's continue it. See what happens.
Yep, exactly.
So, seems like Boston sports is beginning to suck.
Yeah, and that's not fun.
Title Town's becoming like the run of us getting a title every other year.
Good thing we didn't do our name Titletown Sports News, because that would have
there would be no news.
I'd been like, oh yeah, sure. From the last couple of years, yeah, right.
Oh shoot!
Celtics need to pull their crap together.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be too late already for them. At this point, it might be too late for them.
Well, they do have the play-in tournament there for the, because the NBA is doing the 7 through 10 has a little tournament.
I don't count that as being in the playoffs.
I know that, but you just got to get into that. You just got to get into that.
You might not get into that. New York Knicks have had your number this year.
The New York Knicks are ahead of you right now.
Yeah, they are. So you might not get that either. So
you don't play the New York Knicks though.
You play them next.
Oh well, yeah, but I'm saying in that tournament, that little play-in tournament, you wouldn't play them.
So you'd be playing.
You play Indiana.
And Indiana's been playing good recently too. So.
Oh my God! It's
not looking good for you. For you Celtics people, if you watch for our Celtics takes, it's not looking good for you guys.
If you're any listener, besides maybe the Patriots right now, it's not looking good for you because the Patriots are in the offseason.
If you're the Bruins, you're looking good. Kinda.
You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like I said, it depends. If you're gonna go, like I said, with Swayman and Vladar.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe's
looking good for you.
Maybe.
I'd love to see that. Give me that chance.
Any more questions for this podcast, or do you think we nailed it?
What do you think the next Baltimore series? Because the Red Sox go to Baltimore and play them. Hold on, I'll give you the pitchers, the pitching that they're going to be facing.
Oh, jeez.
And you tell me what it's going to look like for them. Why does he keep showing me the second half of this? I want the first half. All right, so in Baltimore, you're going to be going against Matt Harvey, Zimmerman, and Lopez. We haven't faced Lopez yet. But you're pitching Erod, making his first appearance of the year, Garrett Richards, and Nick Pivetta.
I say they go
1-2. That's my guess. I'm going to go with Pivetta. Pivetta's showing me that he can be a pitcher this year. He's been dangerous. He's been looking pretty good so far. Richards is a loss.
So, yeah, Richards is a loss. Richards is a loss for me, too.
And I'm assuming, my assumptions are Erod's going to come out and get his doors blown off on his first game.
So, I'm kind of on the fence with that one. If Erod comes out like he did in the spring, that might be a win. But if he comes out dead arm, that's a loss.
Yep.
So I say 1 of 3 or 2 of 3. That's what I say.
Okay.
I'm on the.
I need you. Give me a final answer. There's no 2 answers.
All right.
I said 1 and 3.
I'll say 2 and 3. I'll say
2 of 3. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Sorry, 2 and 1. You're winning 2 games.
I'm taking 2 out of the 3. I have faith in Erod.
What if it's funny if it's like 1 and 2, but it's Garrett Richards who gets the win?
I'll still say he sucks and blows. I'll still say I bet he'll take credit for the win, but won't take credit for when he loses.
Yep, exactly. He'd be like, it was a lights out.
What a bum. He really thinks he's the Clayton Kershaw of the MLB.
All right, guys, I need a question. Who grows a better mustache, Jesse or Garrett Richards? Let me know in the comments down below.
He needs to shave that stuff off because that mustache sucks just like his skills.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it for me. Anything from you?
All right. Let's see. Let's think Bruins. So this weekend, they got a big weekend. They faced the Capitals, and they faced the Flyers again, and then they faced the Capitals in Boston. What do you think the Bruins are going to be doing for the next week? And then Buffalo Tuesday, but Tuesday we will be recording that.
Yeah,
so we'll count Tuesday as well.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna give you the two Caps and the Flyers game. That's all I'm gonna give you.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna go with 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I don't know if you beat Washington either game.
Okay.
I think you're gonna beat Philly. I think you can beat Philly again.
So you think they're gonna get swept by Washington?
Yep.
And then even at home.
Unfortunately, I'd love for them to pull it out at home.
Okay.
I'd love for them to do that.
Okay. Do you think one of the Washington games is an overtime loss?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll take that then.
I think you're gonna get 3 points. I'll give you 3 points out of this 3-game stretch.
Okay, and you could use that right now.
Yeah, you could.
Yep.
I just think Washington has your number, and especially with Halak being on COVID and Rask being out, that means you have to put in Vladar or Swayman. And I think that this could be the make or break moment that I've been talking about with the rookies.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Vladar goes out there against the Capitals and stands on his head, and then Swayman can stand on his head again against Philly, and Vladar, if Vladar could,
this might be the end of Tuukka Rask and Halak.
If Vladar comes out and wins both of these Capitals games, I think that Vladar is the number 1 goaltender going forward.
Yep. And
if Swayman can play pretty good against the Flyers, I think he might have a shot of being back up next year.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm going to say.
I like the take. I kind of like the take.
I come up with some good takes right now. Take machine.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
All right. Thank you guys for watching Podcast 5. I want to give a special thank you to your boy who gave us some music.
Some music, yeah.
Some music for the podcast. If you want to plug him right now?
Francis McCarthy will come up. I think it's like Frazman on Instagram. We'll put his email down below if you're looking for some music. He does jingles, songwriting, beats, any of that kind of stuff. Pretty good. Awesome music. We appreciate what he did for the podcast.
He did an amazing job for us. I really loved what he sent to us and got the ball rolling for us.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So thank you guys for listening again.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching this podcast. Next week we will be giving you guys the update on the Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, and Patriots once again, and we will be talking NHL trade deadline next week. I caught myself there.
Yeah, we're going to do the recap on that one.
Yep. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been Jesse.
It's been Mike.
And we're gone. Later, guys.
Beantown.
Beantown.